There's just no way that Alabama is doing better than Italy. That's the kind of thing that you think when you only look at GDP per capita, which honestly sucks as a broad metric for telling you anything. A better metric for comparison is the time-adjusted prosperity index. This is going to account for the amount of time that you spend commuting, the amount of value that you get out of healthcare, the total wealth that you own in terms of your place, including your mortgage, your life expectancy, and the value that you get out of public infrastructure. Because if you're going to tell me that on average people who live here are worse off than people who live here, that just doesn't make sense. The time-adjusted prosperity index takes into account several things, so let's run through them. In Alabama, people make on average more than $55,000 per year, compared with Italy at $38,000. Alabamans spend on average 51 minutes per day commuting, primarily by car, sitting down. Italians spend a little bit less time with 46 minutes per day, but it's primarily walking or on public transport, immediately saving money on all costs associated with owning a car, like car insurance and maintenance. Plus, you have to take into account time saved and balance. In Italy, you get more than a month off per year mandated by the government. In the US, you get on average 10 to 15 days. Italy, 72% homeownership, mostly with no mortgage as property is passed down through families. Alabama's at 69% homeownership, but people more often have mortgages. They're also primarily living in suburban sprawl, which contributes to more time lost because you have to drive to work, or really drive to do anything. Now for public services and infrastructure like healthcare. Italy crushes in this department. They have a great healthcare system. Also, public transport is very good and rural areas are connected with cities quite well. This compared with Alabama, where you have more expensive healthcare, which is also less accessible. So let's round it out with life expectancy. Alabamans have the lowest life expectancy in the US at 74 years. In Italy, you get a lot more at around 83 years. So if you use this time-adjusted prosperity index, this is the conclusion. In GDP per capita, Italy does lose. But in time efficiency, wealth per adult, public infrastructure, property ownership, and access to healthcare, and overall time efficiency, Italy wins handily.